Okay. Okay guys, this is another one, so welcome back. This is another clip here. In the recent couple of clips I've kind of been babbling on and rambling again about topics. You know, I've been talking about justice and righteousness, which is basically, it should only be based off reality and nature. And this is what I've been talking about recently, reality and nature. And people think I'm going on, probably, I don't know. But the thing is, when it's about reality, right, reality and nature, there's nothing more to it. That's what it's all about. So, of course, your righteousness and doing right has got to be based off of that. You know what I mean? It's got to be based off of that. It's got to be based off of that. It can only be based off of that, otherwise it won't be right. As in, it won't be correct. So anything you're trying to do that's correct, from whatever standpoint, what I'm trying to say, whatever angle you're coming from, whatever standpoint, like whose morals, where do you get your morals from? It's not about that. It's like every single person, everyone's angle and point of where they're coming from, and the ideas about what's right and wrong. Nah, it's got to come from reality. And the reality, the truth is harmony, right? Look, it's like if you chop a tree down, if you start cutting the roots of a tree, it's not going to grow well. It's not going to grow, right? You know what I mean? If you, start sticking food up your arse, excuse my language, start sticking food up your arse and marching down the road waving some funny new coloured flag with a symbol, telling everybody, this is the new way of eating, this is how we do it, fight for our rights, and you're going to start marching. No matter what you do, I'm not being funny, but that's not how you eat. So it's not another way of eating by shoving food up your ass. You know what I mean? You eat with your mouth. You don't eat with your ass. So it should be the same with anything else. It's the same with anything else, in my opinion. So what they're calling, excuse my language, what they're calling sex, sex or love and all that, the same thing. It's a human thing. It's all about nature. So you understand what I'm saying, right? So it's not about someone's views over something or what you prefer. You're the kind of person who likes to chop your arms and legs off or whatever. That's not going to help you grow in the flow of nature. It's not going to help things work. By chopping your hands off, it ain't going to help you to be a good juggler, is it? With your hands, so to speak. You might start using your knees and stuff, and then you're becoming famous because you're the world-class knee juggler or whatever the fuck. But it's like, that's not the point, right? That's a lot of illusion, because, putting your face on a billboard and telling people you're a famous star, or people start giving you money now because something you do is popular now, but it weren't back before, or it might not be in the future. Isn't that all the rage, the trends and all this, because things change. That's why the charts change, the top music stars and stuff, same thing, because things change. Doesn't mean that, because people are going to have skills in that, but the truth is reality. What to do is reality, right? The truth is the reality. It's the only thing is reality is the truth. So, we're talking about life. You've got to water the plants. Reality, right? You've got to have enough sunlight. Male and female are supposed to go together. That's the only thing, really. Yin and yang, as I say, the male and the female, it's for natural creation. I'm talking about whatever you want to call it, old school, whatever. It's not indoctrination. It's not people that have been brainwashed and that. This is just what it is, right? And to be naturally attracted to one another, that's what it's about. But it's people in this world that want to march down the road and have other different beliefs and stuff and say they're this and that. And that's what you think. That's what they think, sorry. Please excuse me, I'm going to walk through this gate here, as I say. But, the thing is, as I say, as I say, you've got to follow reality, you've got to follow truth and nature, what is actually right. You can't be following what ain't right. You can't be following and expect for things to work. You can't expect to plant a tree upside down and plant it from thin air. It's not going to work. A flower or whatever, it doesn't matter how big or small, what fruit you want, the rays of the colour, talking about bloody rainbows and stuff, it ain't about what they're thinking it's about, but the spectrum of the colours through the light shining from the sunlight. You can't it's not going to come a different way. They're going to come as it is. You know, gravity, how everything works, reality, nature. So it's not about what you think, like morality, corruption, and whatever. No, morality and what's right, righteousness, and corruption, justice, and all that stuff. It should all be based off of an understanding of true reality. So how can anyone say, my point is, how can you say it's okay to starve people, make people homeless all over the fucking world, you know, and literally do that? Force people to be either homeless, starving, sorry about that, I know it's very dark, this video, sorry, but forcing people to be homeless, starving, hungry, literally got nowhere to go. That's a murder, because they don't care about what you're going to do. You can't pay this, you die. I think the basic standard should be that everyone's got a place to live. Everyone's going to have some food in their belly. In countries, I'm saying, in countries, right, especially, it should be in the whole world, but we should be doing that, working that. If we can do anything, we should be taking care of each other. Why can't humanity take care of itself? You know, why can't humanity actually protect and really care for itself? You know what I mean? That's the question there. You don't need to pay everybody millions, and you know, so they can all buy skyscrapers of their own and super flying jets and robots. But I'm saying, just having food in your fucking belly, excuse my language, a roof over your head, and that, okay, that's my point. Why is that not allowed? And people have to run around the world, you've got to have this and that. There's so many different things. You know, of course, you've got passports, visas, work permits, housing permits, all this different stuff, and qualifications for this and that, learning. It all makes sense here, and laws and legal papers, all this stuff. I understand, but now it's getting fucking ridiculous in the world, all this stupid nonsense. It's like, come on, you know. For a country, especially a country's own people, if you're going to divide the world up and make borders and say, well, we're different nations, what about the people in those nations? Why is it then that they're made second class, bunch of immigrants let in, you yourself are not allowed to fucking live, you're not allowed to, you can't, even if you can work, you're still not getting enough money to live on. How's that? That's a murder. Why do they murder their own people? That's fucking wrong. It's just nasty and wrong. And again, as for, like, as I say, when it comes to religious people, I'm not religious myself, but let's say some Christians, for example. Okay, if you're a Christian, my question is this: would you literally do things for people? How kind would you be towards someone? How much do you care about people? You know, that's a question. Would you let someone starve? If you would, you're assisting a murder, a slow death. And you say, well, no, because God believes in, you know, people got to work hard and all this and that, and they've got to flow with the laws of the land and all this. I've already explained to you, there's laws of the land that are going against all of those certain, quite a lot, if not all of them, or if not some, whatever, but beliefs or things that are written down, whether it's the Ten Commandments or whatever. So they're doing things that's going against God, those things, the laws that are put in place by people that may as well be following the devil. Stealing, killing and all that is what it's about, starving people, hurting people, you know. So that's fucked up there, that's wrong. You know, that is not the way. And if you support that and you start saying, well, people need to put their effort and work and that, and stuff, so that's why you'd only help them to some degree or in some situations. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, then you're not just, are you? You're not true in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to harm people, you're trying to kill people. You know what I mean? Talk to you later.